Which one of these two guitar solos sounds wrong? Have a listen. So the answer is both of them are right. It's just one sounds prettier than the other. Now let me explain it. When you're improvising over, like when you're soloing, I live by 3 rules. So I teach any student that has lessons from me that wants to learn how to improvise 3 things. So number 1 is find the key. Now if you know the key, so in this case the key is C. Now we know as guitarists that we can live a life in the minor pentatonic, which will be A minor pentatonic, or we could just do our modes from the C Ionian all the way up and just keep going up and down, and we can live a life and have a career out of that. But if you want to take it to the next level, number 2, understanding what chords are in the song. So in this song we've got all the small things. We've got C major, an F major and a G major over our soloing section. So understanding the chords, that then leads to number 3, finding the target note. So in this little improv that I've done, I'm finding the third of each one. So C, the third of C major is an E. Then I find the third of the F, which is an A. And then I find the third of the G, which is a B. So instantly off the bat, I'm giving you what the chord is. I'm playing the major third. So there's your major third. Then there's your major third of the F, major third of the G, and then I can't remember what I did, but I'm pretty much finding them thirds. Now in the second one, I purposely want to grab the attention of the audience. So instantly I go, now what am I doing there? That dissonance is awful, but I'm now thinking Phrygian. I'm going to start a major chord with a minor scale. So I'm thinking Phrygian. So go in. So that is your Phrygian mode, okay? But what I'm doing is I'm playing that, but I'm thinking I need to land. This is the Buzz Lightyear, falling with style. So now I've gone. Now I've hit the major third of the F, baby. So now it makes sense. Back into the major third of the G, which is the B. And then I land on the major third of the C. So now you've got it. Then I do this little back into the F. Now I've hit the root. The root of the G. So I've hit the F, G, and then I think I did something like, I think I might have go to the C, the major third. So I'm constantly thinking of them. So I know my scales, I know the chords in the song, so I know where I can land. But now the target notes that I want, I don't want to land on the root every time because it gets predictable, so I land on the major third. Now you don't have to land on the major minor third every time. You don't have to land on the root. You don't have to land on the 7th, on the 5th. You can land on the 7. You can land on the major 7. You can mix it up. So let's say on the first one, I want to land on the 9. Okay, what would be the 9 of C? So the 9 of C is a D. So if we go, so you can resolve. You can give it, or you could just go. And then let's say at the F, I want to hit the 9. So there's the 9. Okay, that's so weird. I've never done that in my life. I don't know why I'm doing that. But you've got the F there, and then I'm bending up to that E, which is the major 7. Then let's say we want to go to the 3rd of G. So we've got. Now you know what the chords are, and now you can find your target notes. Then you get clever and think, oh, you know what? I want to find the 9th of that. I want to find the 3rd of that. And sometimes that's a lot of thinking, and you start overthinking, and you can make mistakes that way. So this is where these are absolutely the biggest and best tool for a musician is your ears. You listen out. And the more you practice, the more you find, oh, I know that that's a sweet spot. If I'm playing the 4 chord and I play the sharp 11, which is Lydian, of the 4th chord, you know that that is going to work, and that sounds a certain way. Use these, find out and practice as much as you can. And the more that you sort of put the chords and finding the target notes and know all the scales anyway, your ears get used to it. And remember, don't just keep going over scale after scale after scale, because what happens then, the scales, the modes, everything is just the alphabet. It's just the alphabet. And like I'm talking to you now, I'm not talking to you like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Let's go back to B, C, D, E, E, F. I'm not talking like that. I'm stringing letters together to create words. And that's how we should think of modes and scales, okay? We should be thinking of them and finding ways out to, that is a nice phrase. That is a nice sentence. And the more you do that, the better your vocabulary will become on the guitar. Now, going back to that, so scales, chords, find your target note. Have a go. Let me know how you're getting on. Peace. So if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel, and also click the bell so that you get notifications whenever I do a YouTube short or any videos like this today. And also remember that this is just my professional opinion. This isn't the law. There'll be other players that have different methods and different ideas of how it should be done. This is just my opinion that's worked for me as a professional for the last 20 years. So like I said, if you like it, please subscribe to the channel. Cheers.